Welcome back to the shed. This time it's more of an update on what happened last time. You know, where I ran out of battery. As you recall, in the last video, it came to an abrupt halt when the battery on my camera died. Now, it was unexpected. I didn't expect it to die so quickly. I was starting to record in 4K. Didn't realise that it would eat through the battery on my camera. So by the time I'd recharged it, I'd got sidetracked on another job, and then the light had changed and there wasn't much light, so I didn't go back to that video. But we can now return to what we were talking about and try some new things. I've been playing with iMovie and I've been playing with Keynote, and as you're aware, in my lockdown project I'm trying to learn how to use both pieces of software. So I've been playing with animations in Keynote and trying to import them into iMovie, and I've also been playing with the precision editor in iMovie to try and improve the cuts and how they flow together. So I'm going to stitch some of this together with bits of movie from the past and some bits of movie and some animations in Keynote and see what we can get with this one. This is another experiment. So what were we talking about last time? Sterno Inferno, or this.
Inferno.
So what do you think? First attempt at some swanky animations in Keynote and import them into iMovie. Motion paths. Learned how to use motion paths, where you can pick an object, or a photograph in this case, and swirl it about the screen and add effects to it. And how to stack effects and have them play with a delay or just before, well, not before, but at the same time, or put a delay in so that they go on as the animation progresses. It's all pretty basic, I know, and some 11-year-old somewhere will tell me how I'm doing it wrong. I don't care. I'm old and I'm happy if I remember which side of the stamp to lick. So it's a success for me, this. Don't knock it. So back to what were we talking about?
Inferno.
So the Sterno Inferno. I took it up to the woods. It arrived unexpected that morning. I took it with me and I had to play with it. And my basic thoughts are these. It's a cracking piece of kit for the cost. It's just over £20. And for that £20, I get a fancy cup or boil pot with a flux ring. And this is the bit I was really after. But it comes with a windshield, which just slots on like so, as you've seen in the video. And you get a fancy little base where the feet pop out to make it more stable. There you go. Clips on the bottom. Great. The one problem I did find with it was the lid. And you'll have noticed at the end of the video in the woods, I had trouble getting this lid off. And the reason for that is it seems to expand when it gets hot. And it jams in the pot. I'm going to take some fine sandpaper to it, or emery paper, and just sand off this ridge. Make it seal not quite so right. And I think that'll sort it. But once it starts to get to a rolling boil, this lid doesn't want to come off. I mean, I found the snuffer very useful at this point, to jam in a crack and just give it a quick twist, and it pops the lid off. But still, that's the only downside I've found so far. The lid does get stuck on the pot. But it's a nice piece of kit, is this. I'm well glad I bought it, and it's going to live in my little bag I take out just for a brew kit. Brilliant piece of kit, Sterno Inferno. The other thing talking stoves I found was this little alcohol stove I made in the pellet tin with the ceramic wool in. Works all right, seals up, but a thought occurred to me. It's a great little emergency stove. I could fill that with fuel. If I had a vacuum sealed bag, one of those little food vacuum seal bags, I could vacuum seal that with fuel in it and leave it in my pack for an emergency. The fuel, it's alcohol, it's not going to go anywhere if it can't evaporate. So that would be grand as an emergency stove. Also, I discovered while playing with it, back to my Trangia, if I leave a small bit of the ceramic wool, and there's a little bit in there, I don't think you can see that, a little bit of ceramic wool in the bottom, it doesn't affect how this works. But it's grand emergency fire lighter for wet conditions. I can take that out, now it's soaked in alcohol, and use it as a fire lighter to get a fire going if my tinder's wet and the wood's wet, because it's just going to burn the alcohol. And I gave it a try, and it does actually work. Big plus, Sterno Inferno. Yeah, like. Moving on to other things I like that I've been trying lately. This thing.
£40 delivered, well worth the money. You're not going to find a nicer axe in the UK for under £40.
Now, if everything went well, you'll have seen some images of the Husqvarna forest axe. And I've got to say, I am well impressed with that axe. Can't rate that axe high enough. It's brilliant. It's light enough that you can choke up on it and use it like a hatchet. But when you do need a bit of extra oomph, you can use it at its full length. And I found it brilliant. I really love that axe. It's so much better than the hatchet I used to have. So if you're starting out in bushcraft, or you just need a cheap axe, Husqvarna forest axe, brilliant piece of kit. Yeah, big fan of that. Like it a lot. Husqvarna. You can send me other kit. I'll test it if you want. Right, that said, that's about everything really. Sterno Inferno, done. Like it. I'm impressed with that. Husqvarna forest axe. Oh, so well impressed with that. Yes. Oh, the other thing I've been using a lot is the BEAUDENS 166 watt-hour battery pack I bought. I'll show you a picture of it somewhere. Now, wait, it's coming. So this thing, the BEAUDENS 166 watt-hour lithium battery pack. Excellent piece of kit. Really like that. It's small enough to sit camping. It's not heavy at all, but it has more than enough energy I've found for a weekend away. It's not gone below half, and that's running all my lights. And I say all my lights. I'm running some lights in my camp, and also recharging telephones and the camera. Yeah, that's another big plus. I do like that BEAUDENS battery pack. It's not big and bulky like some of the Power Oaks and other batteries like that. And I know at the moment Jackery giving lots of their battery packs out for people to try. But they always seem a bit big and bulky for me for camping. It's all right if you're in a vehicle. So if you're camping in a vehicle and you go into a campsite, brilliant. Probably a lovely piece of kit. Either of them. I wouldn't know. I've never used them. They're very expensive for me. But the BEAUDENS, it's big enough, and you don't mind carrying it a short way to a campsite. Yeah. So if portability is your thing, I would recommend that BEAUDENS. It's proven to be a really nice piece of kit. Yeah. So the Sterno Inferno, very happy with. The forest axe, over the moon with. The battery, ooh, big thumbs up. Really enjoying that at the moment. And that's my short-term reviews of it. Well, it's not really reviews. That's my short-term thoughts on those pieces of kit. Yeah, liking them a lot. The other thing I'm liking a lot is this Osmo Pocket. Grand piece of kit. Really easy to use. Even I can use it. And I do like the fact that it'll follow me about a bit. So, yeah, like the Osmo Pocket. Like it a lot. Anything else at the moment? No, I think that's about it, really. That's the short-term update on 3 pieces of kit I've been using. Yes, I still like them. Will I still like them in 6 months? I don't know, but I'll come back in 6 months and let you know what I think about them. Unless they fail drastically, I can't see me not liking them. They're doing really well at the moment and they're not expensive. That's the key thing for me. They're not expensive and they seem to work. Like them a lot. So if you like kit that's not expensive and seems to work, I'll throw it your way as I come across them. So there you go. Lockdown blues. We're all suffering from it. Got to keep yourself busy. Look for things to do. Yeah. The wife seems to find lots of things for me to do. Big job trying to avoid doing them. Sheesh, finding places to hide, like the shed. So, get yourself a shed, hide in it, but hiding it whilst doing something. Yeah, I've got a lot of things I need to do. Trying to put them off is the biggest job. That was just a pause in case I want to cut and go somewhere else. Waffling now. So, take care of yourself, campmates. COVID! And I'll talk to you again soon. One thing I'm doing in these videos is stopping the camera every now and again and recording things again, saying things differently, talking about stuff I might not use. I keep looking at the monitor, keep telling myself don't look at the monitor, but I end up looking at it. I'm so photogenic, obviously. It's not because I'm old and daft. I don't think I'm going to use these. I'm doing lots of pointless edits, just in the off chance I'll be able to edit them in to practice editing. Silly old duffer.